thoughts on this one? All right, now welcome back to another edition of Octagon Thoughts. My name's Harry. You can find me at Thoughts Octagon on Twitter. And today we have Jake joining us yet again. And we'll be breaking down Derek Lewis versus Gane for the UFC Heavyweight Interim Championship of the World. Francis Ngannou on the sidelines. Whether or not he wanted the fight or not is unknown, but it seems like there's some mishap happening with the UFC at heavyweight in this matchmaking. But they'll be headlining UFC 265 in August in Houston, Derek Lewis's hometown, chance to claim the belt. Jake, what do you think about this matchup?
Yeah, you just kind of filled me in on the background stuff. I didn't know. I knew, obviously, that Ngannou wasn't fighting, but you kind of filled me in on the background about him wanting to fight in the fall, the UFC not wanting that to happen, Gane kind of knowing if he beat Volkov, he would get Lewis for the interim belt. So it's a pretty interesting one, to be honest, just to get into the fight. Gane's an absolute beast, I think. I think he might have the most legitimate shot at beating Francis if he could just not get hit. I love the way he strikes. He's such a polished striker. I personally think Derek Lewis is a little bit overrated. Obviously, everybody loves the Black Beast just because he's the Black Beast. He's a good time. He goes out there, he slugs it out, but he's never going to beat Ngannou. If he beats Gane, that's whatever. But I don't think Derek Lewis is ever going to beat Ngannou.
He already did.
Yeah, but
he already did. Come on, give my guy some respect.
Come on,
Black
bro.
Beast. He's all business. Knocked out Curtis Blades from out flat.
I just don't see it, man. Ngannou's just he's going this way, man. That guy could be the best fighter in UFC history. Like, just how hard he hits. He could beat anybody, right? So, I digress. We'll get back into the fight. It's going to be an interesting fight because Lewis is going to go out there, and I think he's going to want to put on a show in front of his fans in Houston. I just don't see it, though, man. I'm a big Gane guy. Ever since I saw him, his first fight in the UFC, I was like, this dude's, like, different. Like, this guy could be something really special in the UFC. And this is a fight to prove it. It's for the interim belt. It's not the heavyweight championship of the world. But it just solidifies you as the number one contender. You know you're going to get Ngannou next. And I just think it's going to be an overall excellent fight. Somebody's going to get knocked out, I think. Knowing Lewis's gas tank and how sometimes he doesn't do well with guys that go to the body, I think Gane's going to stop him maybe in the second round, I would say. Maybe early second round, mid-second round. But I definitely think this fight ends in a stoppage.
Yeah, it's a really interesting matchup. I mean, Gane, as we were talking about Stephen Wonderboy Thompson the other day, Gane's kind of got that style. It's hard to train for. It's kind of hard to prepare for until you're actually in there with him. And he's just so massive. I mean, this guy's like 6'5", and he's like a lighter heavyweight, but he's still so built. Like, he's probably only like 245, 250, and he's massively built. This guy, and he's so light on his feet. He's like nonstop hopping around. So he's not going to get tired. He has solid wrestling, but I mean, Derek Lewis will just get up if someone takes him down. No big deal. He'll just get up. I don't know. Derek Lewis is counter-striking, though. I mean, Gane's going to put him on the back foot 100% against the fence. How is he going to react? Is he going to be smart? Is he going to hunt for the finish to send a statement? I don't know. Derek Lewis is a tough out always. I do think the body work will be key for Gane. Derek Lewis is really tough, though. I don't know. I kind of like Lewis as an underdog here. He's massive underdog. He's like plus 250. I mean, he just knocked out Curtis Blade cold. Nobody thought he was going to do that. I don't know. I think he's best suited as an underdog. When he's a favorite, when he's supposed to win, you never know what you're going to get from him. But when he's an underdog, he always seems to show up in the big spots. I kind of like him in this. I think he has a chance. I think Gane's really good. I think he will fight Ngannou, whether or not it's right after this fight or if he loses Lewis in a couple of fights, then he fights Ngannou. And him and Ngannou are former training partners, so I think that fight would be massive in Paris if they can make that happen in the near future. Gane versus Ngannou headlining in Paris for the first time. That'd be insane. I think just to have the two of the biggest stars in the UFC fight each other, and they each have a big background in that city. So that'd be pretty insane. Just the heavyweight division overall, it's going to get interesting here. Is Stipe coming back? Is he not? Nobody really knows. How's he going to factor into things? Because you would have thought, if you told me after the heavyweight fight in which he got knocked out against Ngannou that there's going to be an interim title fight within a few months and Stipe is not going to be a part of it, it'd be like, that's kind of surprising, you know? So what's happening with him? Interesting storylines all around. So it sounds like you're leaning Gane in this one. Is that your official prediction?
Yeah, I really like Gane. I would have a hard time fading him. And I do agree with everything you did say there, though. Lewis does thrive when he's the underdog. Like when he has that chip on his shoulder, like I have something to prove. Like I can't believe you guys are doubting me. That's the best Derek Lewis. So if that's the type of Derek Lewis that we're going to get in this fight, I think he definitely has a chance to win. But like I said, I think Gane's going to know that Lewis is a little bit weak to the body. He's going to be doing a lot of body work, a lot of leg work, and he's going to end up finishing him in the second round.
Interesting. So, best fight odds. It's this account on Twitter. They come out with like the odds, like the opening odds to potential matchups and matchups. They came out with potential odds for an Ngannou Cyril Gane matchup, and they had Gane only as a plus 140 underdog. So they're viewing that closer to a pick 'em than a lot of people would think. What are your thoughts on those lines?
It's a little surprising. I wouldn't say it's like super surprising, like they're doing some disservice to Ngannou, but like I said, I think that's the best chance right now. Like for the way Ngannou's progressing from each fight, he looks better and better and better and better and more comfortable. The way he's trending, I think personally, Gane's the only guy that does have a shot right now to beat him. So I would probably maybe have him closer at like a plus 240 instead of maybe like a plus 140. But in all honesty, I don't think Gane would beat Ngannou either. I think that guy just hits so hard right now, and there's nobody in the division that has a big enough head to withstand a punch like that besides Stipe.
I agree. And one interesting thing is we haven't seen Gane really get hit with anything insane yet in his UFC career. I thought Volkov might be able to test him, but he had Volkov overwhelmed. Volkov couldn't really get off his power shots at all without being flustered. I'm curious to see if Lewis will be able to land a big shot and if he can take it. Should be interesting. And
Definitely.
that's our. I'll go with Lewis in this one. I'll say Lewis gets it done. I'll say round 2 KO out cold for Derek Lewis in Houston. Let's go. Black Beast, his balls were hot, and they will be again in August. That's our official prediction and breakdown for Lewis versus Gane.